Good morning, unicorns. Day 31. I want to feel love and appreciation. I want to feel love and appreciation wherever I look. When I look at a person, I want to feel appreciation and love, but appreciation. We don't have to love everyone in the sense that we hold them near and dear, but we can find appreciation for everyone. I love the story that Lucianne was telling in one of the Zoom meetings about how she didn't get along with someone and then she started appreciating this person's shoes. And in a very short time, that person started responding differently. That's what it's all about. Good morning, Natalie, Jennifer, Nancy, Mary Ellen. Good to see you all here. We're going to have such an amazing day. We're going to look around us and find things to appreciate. And if we can't find things to appreciate, we'll just pick something that we know we love and appreciate that. Because we can always find a place of love and appreciation. And really, we want to be in a place of appreciation most of the time. But at the same time, I want you to understand that dipping on the emotional scale is totally all right. Good morning, Elena and Nicole. Dipping on the emotional scale is totally all right because all desires are born that way. When we know what we don't want, that's when we know what we do want. If there was no contrast, meaning if we never went down the emotional scale, then we would not have anything to want. And if you don't have anything to want, life is pretty much over. Life is over when you don't have anything to want. Nothing to look forward to, you see? Because if you don't have any more desires, if you're always high on the emotional scale and you never have any desires, life is over because there's nothing to look forward to anymore. There's nothing to close the gap with. But we can stay pretty high on the emotional scale and still give birth to desires. Because even the best of us, because we are physically focused, we are subject to contrast. And when we notice contrast, we go down the emotional scale. We don't have to. We can notice contrast and stay high above. But for a lot of us, we notice contrast and it brings us down. And the depth of a desire is born when we go down the emotional scale, right? When we want things a lot, that is the pulling power of desire that takes us into the future, wanting to close the door, that gap, and wanting those desires to be fulfilled. So that's really the juice of life. Gotta keep wanting something new. Gotta keep wanting something new. It reminds me of my father. He used to do this to himself. Little things would make him look forward to the next day or the next week. Little things like, oh, I'm going to meet so-and-so. So-and-so is going to call me. Or, my brother would be coming over and my father would start looking forward to seeing my brother. He would start appreciating my nephews and nieces. He would start appreciating them like months ahead of the visit. He would be looking forward. And soon as the visit was over, he would start looking forward to the next thing. And it could be little things like, Zara, can you make this and this for me for dinner? Because, he had his favorites. So, and then he would say, okay, now he would look forward to it. And that's all it has to be. I mean, look at kids. Kids, they look forward to little things. Kids don't wake up in the morning and say, oh, I still haven't manifested the house that I want to manifest. They don't do that. They jump out of bed happily, looking forward to the day. And they have all sorts of daydreams. Don't you remember? I remember spending a lot of time daydreaming and just enjoying the pleasure of it. Oh, I don't know how many houses I've constructed, all sorts of different shapes and sizes, and in all sorts of places, jungles and cliffs and underground, all sorts of houses. And had so much fun just creating them in my head and then letting it go, letting those desires go. Because when we hang on to them, we get stuck. When we let them go, now we allow the universe to figure out when and which desire will manifest. And that is the best way of doing things. That is what trust is all about. Having faith and trusting the universe is all about that, right? So our job is to give birth to desires, absolutely. But our job is also to not stop enjoying our day because we just birthed a new desire. Still find love and appreciation in the day. And that makes the day go by really, really fun and fast. And there's always something new to look forward to. That's important. Looking forward to the next day is so important. Imagine waking up and being scared of what the day is going to bring. That's not a very nice place to be. And if you do that to yourself, you do that to yourself. But you don't have to. You don't have to. Life is meant to feel good. And we can find all sorts of little ways to enjoy life. That's how we can find love and appreciation in everywhere we go and in every day. All right. So, unicorns, we're going to have the most amazing day today. We're going to find things to love and appreciate. I know Nicole, I saw her picture from her trip yesterday, and I know she had lots of fun, so appreciation is going to be amazing for her. And I'm enjoying these days Aaron McKenzie, who posts his appreciation, and I think he writes a whole page, and it is fun to read. You can feel the vibration of his appreciation on a daily basis. And that's what we're supposed to do. I love reading what he writes because positive vibration is infectious, right? Isn't that why we join each other here every morning? Because we want to feel that positive vibration and start our day with it, right? So just keep it going. We started. Now all we have to do is keep that momentum of vibration going for as long as possible during our day. And when we dip, we don't have to beat up on ourselves and say, why did that happen? It just happened. It happened. I must have been there without my knowing that I was there. And it's okay because I know what to do to bring myself back up. I think Natalie asked an amazing question. It's a question that I've also asked before, is when does one do a process and when does one not have to do one? It's very interesting how momentum, desire, all emotional scale, everything plays together. But when you start having an understanding of these things, then there's no confusion because you know exactly what to do. And when in doubt, guys, when in doubt, there is one short thing to do when in doubt. When you ask yourself, oh, I'm confused, I don't know what to do. Well, there's one thing you can do right away, and you don't have to wonder whether it's right or wrong because it's always right. And that is to find something to appreciate. That's it. Just find something to appreciate for 30 seconds because that 30-second focus will bring another thing to appreciate and another and another and another. And pretty soon you'll be high up on the emotional scale. which is where everything is. All right. Have an absolutely fabulous day. I know you will. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.